Hello! Quick disclaimer, this video might be a little bit louder than anticipated. I apologise for that. So, on to the main part. I'm Nicholas the EE, that's Elemental Ember if you didn't know. And today I'm going to talk about Hazbin Hotel. Now, the specific reason why I'm talking about this, I've been looking forward to this show to watch it for a very long time, since it first got advertised, since the first video of it came out, of the prologue. Or episode 1, whatever you want to call it. Either way, the reason why I wanted to talk about it is that, honestly, I've heard a lot of mixed reviews, but some of the reviews are a little odd. The reason I say odd, it's because I've noticed that people don't seem to be able to understand how character development works. At all. Like, seriously, I mean to high heaven and God and back, they do not know what character development is. Also, it's funny I mentioned any of that, seeing as what's relevant in that show. So yeah, one of the comments I remember seeing on the actual thing and that is, is that it doesn't make it's true because the plot doesn't make sense anymore. Well, the idea is that the original one, the pilot episode, isn't actually the pilot episode. What it is, it's more of an advertisement to the original way that it was done with the people who were originally part of it. When it was moved over on something like that, and the new people took over and did it their way, they of course had to make their own episode 1. And they did it their way. All it is basically, the premise is basically the same, it's just that it's not the same thing. You know, different voice actors, different, art styles somewhat and whatnot and that. Well, I do like the fact is that a lot of people did complain that the characters were too skinny. And that it would be a pain in the ass to draw and it'd be really difficult and they'd get changed wildly and massively. That didn't actually happen. So the people who said that that was going to be impossible to continue are well, you failed. So yeah. Other people are just complaining about the fact that it's, misleading, perverse, that it promotes specific things. It's set in hell. I mean, it literally states that it's an 18 and you are literally complaining about a thing like that, that it's whatever. It's hilarious. Just you person, you need to figure out where you're going with this. But yeah, as I was saying with character development, some people were talking about how character development is kind of thrown into one video. Sure. But in a lot of episodes, and a lot of things like that's done in a lot of shows. That's done in a lot of animations, it's done in a lot of TV shows, it's done in a lot of that. Some shows that are going to go on for a while, like Friends, for instance, had a lot of time to do development in characters and whatnot and that. But with animation and whatnot, a lot of the time, it's not certain whether or not you're going to be able to go past the first season. And even if you do get a next season, sometimes you feel like you have to rush and put in some development for your characters in there. And that's what they've done in this. There's only so many episodes in, I almost said the wrong one then, Hazbin Hotel. And people have said the wrong. Well, really, they've gotten a bit annoyed that it feels too rushed. Well, as I've said, animations, they take time to make. Unlike in a TV show where it's a real life person in a live action, you have the difficulty of having to fit so many frames within a certain amount of time, and you can't put everything you want to put in there because there's a lot to put in. But at the same point, you've still got to try and make a message. So it's always difficult in some cases, depending on the load that they've got to deal with. Sure, it can feel too rushed, but sometimes even just the one video can work out really well. One episode can make a character's development look exceedingly quick. But in reality, it's been building up. And in some cases, in Hell of a Boss, it has been actually doing that. You have seen moments where they've wanted to change, where they've wanted to sit there, but they've always put themselves back down to their original level. And it's only when they finally open up to themselves and to others and whatnot that they've actually had some development in their characters. And, felt a little bit more closer to the audience. But people still complain about the fact that it's too rushed. Yeah, we only have so much time, so much that we can put into a thing on that in any animation. I mean, even the animation that I've tried making one time that I believe is on this channel still. Can't remember if I deleted it or not. Took me quite a while to do. I tried, of course, I had to do a lot of arguments with the teacher because supposedly Charlie Brown style was not a proper style, or neither was Stickman or other things and whatnot on that. Now, I was just trying to do something simple and easy, because the old Stickman animation, you can go a little wild, but, you know, it still got taking the moments to do all the individual movements. And for animations, well, that's on a much, much harder scale to do. I mean, the animation I made was absolutely poor, and I based it off of a scene from a film that I absolutely love, but I had reference for that. They're just making this up as they go along. There are no comic references, there are nothing. It's just making it up. You cannot complain at people for making things too rushed or otherwise than that when they have so much to do. The fact that they made it as it is already beautiful enough. I mean, the fact that Vivzy and all that have done what they've done with Hell of a Boss is in itself pretty amazing without the whole massive studio kind of thing working for them. But you've always got people who complain. You know, either it's generic and shallow or something like that. Though the point is that some people don't seem to understand what the overall thing is. Like, it literally states in its own description what it's about, and people are hilariously not really paying attention to things. Which is another point I want to bring up. You know, it's that, it's generic and shallow, it's not for teens, obnoxious, unbearable, and joyless. The entire idea is that it's based off of fandom of a specific person. But at the same point, it's also based around the crassness and whatnot, and also its setting is hell. You can get away with a lot of things in hell. I mean, for Christ's sake, again, bringing it back to Little Nicky, the film I absolutely love and hilariously like to watch. They shove a pineapple up Hitler's ass. Now, come on, people. That's just, you know. And it's not an 18 either. There are just so many stupid things. Like, people say it's things like that. I mean, I don't like musicals. I despise musicals because I feel like they get in the way. Like, if I want to watch something, I do not want to watch people sing and dance. I hate it. But animations are a little bit different. Because, I don't know, the art styles and everything, it's like really, really good. Of course, there are some, you know, musical style dance things like that are really good and that I do like, but I've never really seen them in a film or a TV show. And they're those, you know, the ones like the LED lights and whatnot all over their bodies, the way they dance, the dark rooms, the movement and stuff like that. You know, the choreography for that is amazing. I like those kind of things as well. And yeah, it's just, but people have their own likes and dislikes. I understand that, yeah. But some people are just, they're just dumb. Okay, it's on Amazon Prime, okay? Yes. Kids can access it, yes. But as a parent, you can put a child lock on these things to stop them from being able to click on 18s, on 16s and 12s and so forth that you don't want them to go on. But also, you are the parent. The whole point of having something on there that they're not supposed to watch is entirely for the purpose of the parent, the people complaining, to be the parent. You know, say, oh, hold on a minute, what's this you're about to start playing on Amazon Prime? Oh, look at that. It's an 18. You're not allowed to watch that. You know, it's actually allowed parents to catch the kids out. You know, to actually give the parents something to do as an actual parent. Instead of them sitting on their phones all day like this new generation of parents where they're constantly ignoring their child until they realise, oh, hold on a minute, where's the kid gone? And they're on their back on their bloody little thing and that's snoozing away. Where you're like, oh shit, I've lost the kid. Where's the kid? Where's the kid? I mean, have you seen any videos of those on YouTube? They are hilarious. There's one where there's a woman holding her bloody baby in her arms and she's looking around trying to find the baby because it's not in the crib. It's in her goddamn arms. If this was me for real, I would have dropped the baby. Oh, whoops. Oh, well, I'm sat down, so, it's just, it's maddening how people can be. I honestly wish I could just report these people on these things because I laugh at them. You know, how can anyone find this helpful? Like, just none of them are. You know that it's not even female centered. It's let's just say anyone who's put a 1-star review on Hazbin Hotel on Amazon Prime is a moron. And put you know that you're allowed to have your own opinion, but you are a moron. You are so moronic that you deserve to be in a moron zoo. A zoo for people for us to laugh at while we listen to their opinions as they scream and shout ridiculous accusations that make absolutely no bloody sense. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Just have my own little rant about it all. You know, the complaints about people talking about Hazbin Hotel, saying, oh shit, or it's terrible, or this. You're allowed to have your own opinion, but your opinion's wrong. You complain about things because you're used to things that are longer, bigger spans, more of a chance to do longer character development. And who knows, with there being a second season, there's a chance for them to do more development towards the characters. It's just that they've done big, you know, points within the story. A lot of games back in the day kind of did that, where, you know, suddenly big drops of information suddenly hit you, and it was like, what? Wow, now I feel like there's barely any lore left in this game. However, there's still plenty of it. You know why? Because character development starts in points. Let's say you got a bit like a boss fight. You got small bit, big bit here, boss fight. Then you continue again, small bit, big thing in that. Your character development took years. And most of the time it's just a lot of junk because you're still a moron as you were when you were a child. You've just never grown out of that stupidity. But people who constantly, you know, make jokes or say stupid things without really thinking about it. You know, you come from an era, well, or you have been surrounded by an era of people who are just idiots in themselves. They've caused the crash of the world, and all you're doing is just continuing that. Again, Hazbin Hotel is not female orientated. It has male characters on it. The main character might be a lesbian, but so what? You know, there are different things within there that just make sense. That draw you in, allow you to see. You know, think like, oh, I have kind of thoughts like that. I mean, I can't say I'm any similar to Angel Dust because I don't have a drug problem. But you know, certain feelings and whatnot that characters have. You know, you have a much weirder way of attributing yourself towards them. And people who say that they don't, or say something stupid like blasphemy, my God, you're stupid. Oh, here's a good one. Very trigger deceptions. I think you're supposed to say triggering. So, congratulations, Space Girl, you are a moron. Depictions of abuse in the 4th episode that serves no purpose other than to force the viewer into feeling bad. No, that is not what it is. Episode 4 is a hilarious one because it literally is a big thing for Angel Dust, and especially in character development. And as I was saying with that, yeah, they do it because that is literally almost verbatim how it can actually be, or at least how it is back from those days. I mean, the V, or whatever his name is, and that, they're the 3 Vs, but yeah. The Moth one, the one who owns half of Angel's soul by business relations and whatnot, which is the reason why his eye is black, one of Angel's eyes black. Yeah, it's literally that is how that industry was back then. You know, nobody gave a damn about the actress, or the actresses, or what, none of that, or the actor. It was the whole point of getting the shot that they wanted, even if they had to beat the person black and blue. I mean, they're characters who have passed away, not recently in most cases, but from like up to 50 years ago. I mean, Angel Dust himself is using Tommy guns, which makes it sound like he's come back all the way from the 50s. Back in the 50s, the industry in which he's a part of was an absolute mess. Like, this just shows that people don't understand or anything about the whole relationships between these characters and the things that they come from. And it's hilarious that they will say stuff like, oh, it serves no purpose other than to fault of your defeat. Like, no. This is telling you what it was like, and that hell is still reflecting that because the characters who are part of it and that. It's building into not only history, but very good storytelling on how it used to be. Anyone who found that one helpful is completely that's what I hate. Is that people make comments without understanding the content properly. I mean, even I don't understand the content properly, but at least I have a bit more of a wider span of view that I can see things from a much, much greater point. And it's saddening. It is very saddening when people do these to shows, because they can get shows that are really, really funny and hilarious taken down or removed just because of a difference of opinion. And all of these annoying things of, oh, this triggered me because of this, and oh, this did that. It's essentially what you're doing is you're using something that shouldn't be used to bully people into doing something. And that's what's wrong with people these days. You are bullying people by using things about yourself or your own personal opinions to do that. Personal opinion should not be used to bully someone. Just because you think that someone is, I don't know, looks like a terrorist because they wear a hijab or a headscarf or anything like that, doesn't mean that you should be using that to bully someone or that. I honestly do hope to God you end up in hell. Only I hope to God that it's the hell from Little Nicky, so that you can get a fucking pineapple shoved up your ass. Anyway, before I continue any further and make this video any bloody longer than it is, I'm going to say goodbye. So yeah, this is Nicholas the EE, that's Elemental Ember if you didn't know, signing out.